Hey family, it's Netta at Black Lives Count. I'm back at you with another video. I hope you're all doing fine. I hope you are enjoying this wonderful Sabbath day, and I hope you are taking care of yourselves and your families. So let's get into it. Family, so we've had some questions about that facility. I think they're now closing it down or they've closed it down. But before the facility closed down, and I'm just talking about Alligator Alcatraz, because that's what it was. Um, Before they closed it down, though, there was some questions about what was going on with the people that they were detaining. Where were they going? There were families that were saying that they did not have access to their family members. They have no idea where they are now. And there were attorneys also that family members had hired specifically to try to work through the immigration issues that whatever their particular clients were dealing with, that they were refused access to their clients as well. So it sounds kind of strange, but let's go over this. So copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowances is made for fair use. All right. Hundreds of migrants have vanished from official records after being held at Florida's Alligator Alcatraz, leaving families and lawyers in the dark with reports of abuse, secretive contracts, and mounting legal challenges. The state-run detention center has become a symbol of Donald Trump's aggressive mass deportation agenda. Yancy Fernandez's son was taken to Alligator Alcatraz, an immigration detention center in Florida. When her son was taken into immigration custody, Ms. Fernandez feared the worst. Then she got a call from him saying he was in Alligator Alcatraz. We had no idea where he was until he called us, Yancy told the BBC. He said, "Mom, they took me to the facility of the crocodiles." That's how he put it. The temporary immigration detention center built in Florida's Everglades has quickly become a polarizing symbol of President Donald Trump's immigration policy. Now, just a few months after it opened, the Department of Homeland Security, DHS, has said it will be shutting it down in compliance with the judge's order. Now, I want you to understand that he's not following any other order, but he's going to try to attempt to follow this order. The process is already underway. Border Czar Tom Homan told the BBC during a press conference that only about 50% of the detainees remain. The BBC spoke to the families of two inmates who were moved in the past month who say their loved ones have disappeared into the system when they were at their most vulnerable. This includes Miss Yancy's son, Michael Borrego Fernandez, who says he was left after bleeding while in serious pain after a medical incident before being moved to another facility. He is part of an ongoing lawsuit alleging inmates were denied in-person access with their lawyers. The facility of the crocodiles, which was built over 8 days in the month of June, in the Everglades, a protected wetlands famous for its alligators. The South Florida detention facility quickly became one of the most notorious immigration detention centers in the U.S. There are reportedly to date almost 1,800 missing immigrants. Now, family, I'm all for appropriate immigration into the United States of America. But we know this is how they get down. This is how the United States gets down. These missing people, where are they? You know what I'm saying? Where did they go? I would say look on some of these farms where they're forcing people, possibly allegedly, to work. Okay, because we just saw if you have seen it, it went viral. A video of some people. I think these were some Haitian people, picking food off of on a farm, and some white man in a truck sitting like an overseer watching over them, and the people didn't want to talk to a young man went up and tried to talk to him, and they didn't want to talk. We have to follow the trail. These people do the same thing over and over and over. First it was black people, now it's other black immigrants, it's Hispanic immigrants. They do the same thing over. See, they can, according to their laws, if you're arrested for breaking a law, they can take you into custody and treat you as a slave. I mean, that's what it says. That's why they never removed any part from that, from the Constitution or anything, because they are taking people and just doing what they will with them. But if I'm not mistaken, for a lot of you that did vote for Trump, okay, didn't the same thing happen when he was in office before? Remember all those children that were in cages with aluminum foil for blankets? Didn't those children come up missing? But you know what? Some of you never learned a good lesson, and because you are so embedded in white supremacy, is why you continue to vote for a felon that ran for office, because he was a bigot. See, if it was anybody else, I might think a little different. But because so many showed up during election in November of 24 and voted for this 34th degree felon, okay, 34 felonies on him, and with no problem, and now there's all kinds of people out there picketing and the No Kings marches and all of this BS. Well, he should have just did the right thing in the beginning. But alas, America is falling, and it is a beautiful sight to see for the true Israel, for the true people of Israel. It is a wonderful sight to see, because that means the end of the world, which is Esau, will be the beginning of the world, and it's Jacob. Wake up, Jacob. We are ready, we are waiting, and we are very, very pleased. Thank you so much, family, for watching. I hope you have a blessed rest of your Sabbath day. Keep up your faith, keep up your love and harmonious energy, and just love on yourselves and your families. All right, family, take care and peace. Bye-bye.